I want to move to more recent times because I'm really curious about DSP, display ads.
Yeah.
Because I've never done them. I've never ran a display ads. I just know some keywords, and I heard about ad rule before. That's like the closest thing I came to DSP, to display ads.
Yeah.
But I'm really curious how, selfishly as well, for our brand, how can we use display ads? How can we benefit from display ads? How do they work? I have so many questions around that, and I really want to learn. So thanks for sharing your secrets with us here.
Not necessarily secrets. So actually, I will let you know like a brief understanding about DSP. So this is short for demand side platform, where advertisers actually can buy world traffic like from each SSP, supplier side platform, or ad exchange. For example, when you are running Google ads, you have PMax, right? And under PMax, you can select the display ads. So that part is considered one of the supply chain. And actually, DoubleClick from Google is our supplier. So we can buy traffic from Google, all the display network. Yeah, and then we have other very big media group like BBC or New York Times, this kind of media. Also Microsoft, the display ads. So where it's like a aggregator, instead of buying traffic from PMax and Microsoft or other platforms, you can just buy in a single platform.
Got it. So basically, then what your company does is you do the platform, and then people can basically say, I want to run this ad, and then you find what is the best spot across different suppliers.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, we just have a budget, can be daily budget or monthly budget, and we select, device, browsers, or regions, something like that. To buy traffic.
Very cool. So those are the ads that I see if I go on a magazine, if I go to Cosmopolitan, or if I go somewhere. Those are the image ads that show up, right?
Yeah. So you have like a header or the cider banner, where we can participate in programmatic buying, which is done by machine.
Okay.
So,
how does that work?
So basically, it's like a lot of technology involved inside. So a lot of clients ask me, what's the difference between you and Google, or say Adderall, Critel? Basically, for a DSP, when we have even say same traffic pool, the difference lies in the technology, the algorithm, how we bid. For example, we need to analyze users' journey, whether if the user has moved from homepage to product page, or from product page to cart or checkout, the user journey, or whether if the user will click on your banner at a specific time on that publisher media, So we need to analyze all of that, and also the placement value. For example, if it's a video format, or if it's a dynamic creative, or if it's a native ad, something like that, to see if this kind of format will convert a specific user. So that really counts. And also, after we find a good user, we have to calculate what kind of price to bid, because it's an auction world. All the programmatic buying, we participate in real-time bidding auction. So say if you are Nike, you think this user is a good one, you want to offer say $2, and I have to probably offer 2.2, something like that, to win the auction. And once I'm I offer the highest price, then the ad will be displayed. Maybe I'm Gucci.
Yeah,
Gucci won the auction, something
right.
like
so
that.
you buy all the plates, basically you buy in bulk, right?
Oh, actually we don't.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we only bid on the placement or user based on what we think it's worth of converting.
Interesting. Who in the e-commerce world, right?
Yeah.
Who needs to consider display ads?
I would say D2C brands, because most of the time the ads are placed on some reliable media, like the one I mentioned, Yahoo or New York Times or those kind of news website. So when they want to, have credibility, they would want to invest in this kind of media. And also the one who like a bigger volume of e-commerce platforms, when they found Google is not enough. Yeah, like Alibaba, Google is never enough. They want to cover the whole world traffic. So that's in the past. But now for Chinese market, we are seeing a lot of sellers are looking for, actively looking for other channels to grow their business, because Facebook and Google ads performance is going down. Too much competition in a small pool of traffic.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an interesting concept, I think, when you say it's good for D2C brands to kind of build their reputation, right? Their image.
Yeah.
I think that's something, because normally when we talk about ads,
Yeah.
it's all we care about is conversion.
Yeah.
Right? So we care about how much money in, how much money out, what's
exactly.
right? What comes out of it.
Yeah.
So that's actually a really interesting aspect. Can I choose? So let's say if, here I give you $10,000, right? Can I choose what kind of platforms to put it on? What kind of media to present it? Can I choose? How does that work?
Actually, So we can do whitelist. So for some electronic brands, they will give us a whitelist. Okay, I only want to bid on those publishers because I want my, it's something related to a brand image, or they when they want to do prospecting campaign or branding, they want to show their brands on the specific publisher list. But if when we are doing retargeting, I wouldn't suggest them to have very restricted traffic, because usually the machine will follow the user journey. Where if the user is currently on this media and we think that's the good moment, then we're gonna participate in bidding and want to show the ad to the user.
You are the one that keeps following around people. So if I leave a website and I come back later, if I go to another place or next day or next week, all of a sudden I see it, you are the person that basically
that's
you're the
retargeting.
Yes. How important is retargeting versus cold customer acquisition? Is DSP a good tool for cold customer acquisition, or is it really more beneficial for retargeting? How is it mostly used?
That's a very good question. So to be honest, it depends on the brand's strategy, marketing strategy. So a lot of Chinese e-commerce sellers, as far as I have been working with them, they really only consider conversions. So I wouldn't suggest them to put a lot of budget on branding or prospecting, because you see the big media, usually the metrics of targeting them are limited. For example, we can only target verticals. If the publisher belongs to computer, electronics, or fashion, or cosmetics, something like that. So we don't have audience demographics where Facebook can offer, or TikTok can offer this kind of, metrics. So I would say if you are looking for conversions, to do branding on DSP, that's not the the best tool. But for some big brands who really have budget to show, to expose their brand, for example, like EcoFlow, Anchor, Huawei, Oppo, this kind of brand, they wouldn't consider conversions for branding campaigns, and that kind of clients, brands, we would suggest, because their ads will be placed on those big medias.
So if I'm making a decent amount of money and I want to make more money, I retarget. If I have more money than I know what to do with and I don't know how to spend it, like Anchor, like companies like that, then I spend it on branding campaigns. Essentially, like that's kind of how it works.
They always have a branding budget, and the one for branding, they usually look at so say, okay, this month I put 10K or 100K on branding, and how much keyword searching can this campaign bring to Google searching campaign. There are a lot of different KPIs they would value. So keyword searching is one thing. Also, new user, amount of new user, or clicks, or engagement rate, bounce rate. Different.
That's really interesting, because that's something that we see, right? So, for example, for one of the brands, we did a big KOL campaign. And in that KOL campaign, then we saw the Google ROAS all of a sudden go to 10. So we went from like a normal 3 ROAS on Google, and then we did the TikTok campaigns, the KOL campaigns, and then that resulted in a lot of people looking for the brand name, Googling the brand name, and then of course, we rank for it. And but the Google ads, of course, we protect our branded keywords. So then they took over and did that. So I think that's a very interesting objective, like as a thing to do.
So that means the KOL campaign is working, because after you put a certain amount of budget into those campaigns, and then you see a lot of search volume, go increase.
Right. So that makes that is actually what grows the brand, because I always say, like, a brand means people know you. So the more people know you, the bigger your brand is, right? So really making your brand name, known can be a really good objective.
Agree.
Is there a difference between how different products, like people with different products, should see display ads? So, for example, if I have a $50 product or I have a $2,000 product, is there a difference in if I want to use display ads? Is there a difference between them and how I would approach it?
For the past 8 years I've been in this industry, I've seen actually the average cost for ad has really increased. And before, maybe 5 years or 7 years ago, like average order value of $50 USD will still work on DSP. But currently, with this cost, a lot of competition in the world, a lot of Chinese e-commerce sellers going abroad. So with that low average order value, we are not expecting good ROI, the ad ROAS. I would say with that, we can maybe do 3. And if we are going to target average order value more than 1,000, like EcoFlow, those power stations, currently we are doing more than 10 or even 12, sometimes 15, because the average order value is pretty high, and to acquire a user to convert, still we have room to
you can bid more, right? Because there's more room. I always say I love expensive products. I really don't like. People always say, okay, I want to do subscription products because then I can sell again and again and again. And it's like, but you have to pay to acquire the customer first. Right. So if it takes you 3 purchases for a customer to break even, you need to wait until the customer bought 3 times, right? With a high price product, you just pay it once, you make all the money up front, and you pay all the cost to acquire the customer too, but then you have some room, right? So I really love
Yeah.
high price products. So I think we're getting somewhere. I like that.
Yes.
What's the minimum? So if I have a brand, what is the minimum that you think, like, let's say, does it have to be like a Shopify Plus seller, or what's kind of where do you have to start?
So I would suggest the sellers who are selling maybe more than 30 orders or 50 orders, to start with a very small budget, like a daily, say 50 USD or even below, to start with retargeting. And for prospecting or like a branding campaigns, it really depends on their strategy. Some are, putting more money on branding campaigns. Some just look at conversions, so they just want retargeting campaigns.
Is that per day? So if you say 30 to 50 per day, right?
Yeah, 30, 50 per day to start with some retargeting campaign will be okay. But better when the orders quantity is above 100. That's a very good one. Like, you must start retargeting. Otherwise, your user will go to your competitors to convert
to buy there.
Yeah.
So if I have, because also I think that higher expense or more expensive products also have a longer user journey, right? So people need to see it again and again and again, and to be reminded.
You made the point.
Okay. What can you talk more about that? What part does that play for people?
So we learned from the study that for each brand we have to, like, on average, or we have to show the ad for more than 7 times to convert. And our ad for retargeting campaigns and for all categories, all campaigns, the average conversion, cookie conversion days is 1 week. Yeah. So
within 1 week you show it 7 times.
Yeah, I think.
Or at least 7 times.
Depends, yeah. But according to statistics, 7 times.
Got it.
To convert,
Cool.
new user.